Yasmin Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, aka Bald Men Do It Better, aka the self-proclaimed power player, okay? And I was just inspired to make this theory video after going back and watching the legendary Breeze conversation in Power Season 6 between Ghost and Tariq, right? And after watching this scene, I had no choice but to realize that Ghost baited Tariq into shooting him and probably planned to push Tariq in that direction. It might be crazy, but guess what? Haven't we seen crazier things? Haven't we seen a man by the name of Unique Kadeem Mathis get beat to within less than an inch of his life and then walk perfectly fine at the end of the season? So that means Ghost baited Tariq into shooting him with the Breeze conversation. I'm going to explain how this happened. I'm going to explain why Ghost did this. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, now, check this out. Proof Ghost is alive. He baited Tariq with the Breeze conversation, all right? Ghost knew at some point Kanan would mention Breeze to Tariq at some point. Or he assumed Kanan would do it. And even if he didn't assume Kanan would tell Tariq about Breeze, when Tariq brought up the topic of Breeze to Ghost, the question we all have to ask ourselves is, why did he specifically tell Tariq that Breeze was in his way and like family to him? Why would Ghost do that? And we talking about somebody who is the best, most calculated liar in men history, right? We're talking about somebody who could look you right in your face, have the exact emotion he's supposed to have, the exact temperament he's supposed to have to make his lies seem credible and believable. Why did he tell Tariq that Breeze was in his way and like family to him? And at the same time, Ghost would have already known he himself was standing in his own son's way, okay? The reason for this is because he was purposely pushing Tariq to pull the trigger on him. He wanted to see exactly how far gone his son was, okay? And he definitely would have known what Tariq was planning after Tariq gave him one more chance to save him from the Ray Ray murder. And as y'all can recall, I believe, right, the very last chance that Tariq gave Ghost happened in the exact same location where Tariq will ultimately kill Ghost, allegedly, right? Either Ghost had completed his plan to fake his own death, leave the game, and force Tariq to go to school, or he was in the process of working on it. Another thing that I want to say, right, is when Ghost and Tariq are having this conversation, right, there's a lot of aggression going around, a lot of accusations. Ghost is very disappointed with Tariq, and he seems like a man who's tired of it all, and he wants it all to be over. And part of that is Tariq confessing to what he did, right? This man was stressed while he was talking to Tariq, okay? He's letting his beard grow out, possibly indicating, right, a identity change, because for most of the show, he had the clean-shaven, the slim goatee thing, right? So that's another thing. But like I said, he was stressed and he was drinking and everything. This is a man who, he wasn't happy about to be a lieutenant governor. He wasn't happy being in the game. He wasn't happy with what was happening to his family. He's still mourning the death of Raina, right? Right? Still probably mourning the death of Rolla. You know he ain't getting no healing from killing Breeze or suffering the loss of his father, right? Ghost was already in the process of figuring out how to leave the game, and I dare say, right, this may have been his Z plan. Like, if I don't have no way to get out of the game in any other way, this would be how I would do it, okay? Ghost knew it wouldn't be possible to get his freedom from the game and control Tariq. Let's not forget about that. Unless he was physically gone. Physically gone from the picture. Unless everyone thought he was dead. Now, do I have to remind y'all that there was a closed casket during Ghost's funeral? Do I need to remind y'all that? Do I need to also remind y'all that Ramona wasn't there? She clearly was in love with Ghost. Why was Ramona not there to pay her respects, right? You would expect Ramona in that situation, right, to be in the first episode of Ghost Season 1 and say, listen, regardless of what you think about your father, he was a great man and he had good intentions for you. Why wasn't she there? Okay? This was the only way for Ghost to get what he wanted. And he's still controlling Tariq and helping him from behind the scenes, at least until Tariq graduates, which is this year. Because if you remember, when you seen Tariq close his dorm room door, and I think it was episode 1 of season 1, it said Tariq St. Patrick, class of 2024, right? And it also happens to be the 10-year anniversary of the entire Power series, okay? These things are connected. We will get a big Ghost reveal in some kind of way, or at least we will see Tariq begin to question if his father is truly dead, if he botched the job or not. Because let's remember, that was only his second shooting, right? He almost done himself in if it wasn't for the help of his father and Angela Valdez. He would have done himself in with his first shooting, okay? And another thing that I want to add, which lets us know Ghost planned to fake his own death, and he pushed Tariq to being an extra person who would make an attempt on his life, right? So he could truly understand what type of man his son was becoming. Ghost knew from Proctor's death that he no longer could trust Tariq at all. Him giving him the Breeze conversation was just the final test, the nail in the coffin, okay? And then during the conversation, or right after the conversation he had with Tariq, where he puts the gun to his face and he says, the day you did this, that, and the third was the day you decided to become my enemy. If it was anyone else, you would already be dead, little nigga. Right? Right after that conversation, he gives Tariq back his own gun. Or so we think that's what happened. Okay? Why would he give him a gun after realizing this fact? Did he replace the bullets with blanks or less lethal bullets? Right? And then at the end of the Breeze conversation, Ghost tells Tariq, don't force my hand, son. If we work together, I know you can be the man that I want you to be. And now in present time, besides a couple hiccups, Tariq is doing, for the most part, exactly what Ghost wanted him to do. Ghost is a calculating man, a thinking man. He knew what his own son was capable of. And he also predicted Tariq would make the same mistake again, thinking he was smarter than his father, the OG, the big homie. But what Tariq will find out is that his father been in control of his life for his entire life, even up to the present time.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God get that. That's touch my ink. That's on the cone, nigga.